Ever wonder why you keep attracting the same kind of pain, even when you're trying to do everything differently? New person, new beginning, but somehow same ending. They say the right people will find you when you're ready. But what if it's not about readiness? What if it's about recognition? Carl Jung, one of the greatest minds in the history of psychology, believed this isn't a coincidence. He believed the people we feel most drawn to, especially the ones who hurt us, aren't just random encounter-share reflections, mirrors. Symbols of something deeper trying to come to the surface. Because your unconscious remembers what your mind tries to forget. And so it pulls you, not toward safety, but toward the familiar, not toward love, but toward what still needs to be seen. That's why certain relationships feel like déjà vu, because they are. Not from another life, but from another layer of your own psyche. And until you make the unconscious conscious, as Jung said, it will direct your life. And you will keep calling it fate. Part 1. The Shadow. According to Jung, the people who stir us most powerfully are never random. They are symbols. Somewhere in your life, you were told which parts of you were worthy of love, and which needed to be hidden. So you buried them, your fire, your tears, your hunger, your longing, not gone, just silent. Jung called this the shadow, not because it is dark, but because it lives in darkness. But love has a way of illuminating what's been kept in the dark. And when someone truly sees you, not just the mask, but the truth beneath, something ancient rises. You don't just fall in love. You begin to remember. The fragments return. This is why the right person doesn't always make you feel safe. They make you feel seen. Have you ever had someone look at you, and you felt both exposed and understood? Did you push them away? Or did you recognize yourself in their eyes? Love like this does not confirm identity. It undoes it. It calls you home, not to who the world asked you to become, but to the one you left behind. And when the shadow is stirred, it brings not only clarity, but chaos. Dreams intensify, emotions deepen. A part of you begins to rise with urgency, not to be understood, but to finally be allowed. To confront the shadow is to step into the fire of your own truth and remain. Part 2. Projectio. You meet someone, there's a pull, not of reason, but of recognition. You feel as if you've known them forever, as if they carry something you lost. And maybe they do, but not because they complete you, because they reflect what you've forgotten in yourself. In Jungian psychology, this is projection, the psyche casting its unconscious material onto another. That angry lover, they express the rage you never voiced. That distant partner, they echo the absence you once survived. We call it love. But it's often a mirror, sacred, precise, unforgiving. And when the reflection no longer flatters you, when it begins to pierce instead of please, you're being invited into the truth. You weren't chasing them, you were chasing the lost parts of yourself. Think back for a moment. Who was the last person that made you feel this pull? Were you really falling for them, or something you saw in them? Sometimes you find someone who feels like home, not because they are safe, but because they are familiar. Familiar pain, familiar silence, familiar shame. That pull isn't always chemistry. It's the unconscious saying, this is where it hurts. To see projection for what it is, without blaming the other, without abandoning yourself, is an act of immense courage, because it means staying in the discomfort long enough to reclaim your story. Part 3. Complexes. Some patterns aren't choices, they're memories in disguise. Jung called them complexes, living fragments of past emotion that speak louder than our present will. You want someone kind, but you choose the cold. You say you long for stability, yet find chaos familiar. Does this sound familiar? Wanting love, but chasing what hurts. This is not contradiction. It is the psyche trying to resolve what was left undone. The one who abandons you may resemble the one who abandoned you first. The one who wounds you may wear the face of the wound itself. And so the cycle repeats, not because you desire pain, but because the pain still desires to be healed. Can you trace it back to where that pattern began? To break it, you must bring it to light, name it, listen to it. Give the inner child a voice, so they no longer search for safety in the arms of someone who cannot give it. To heal a complex is to rewrite the contract your soul made in silence. If I am small enough, maybe I won't be left again. It's choosing truth over protection, presence over performance, wholeness over history. Part 4. The Mirror of the Soul. Some meetings don't happen in time, they happen in eternity. When two souls touch not at the surface, but at the root, something greater stirs, not desire, but memory. This person before you, they are not just someone to love. They are a mirror of the soul, and the mirror doesn't just reflect beauty. It reflects what you've buried, your grief, your rage, your vulnerability, your truth. To meet someone like this is not always soft. It is sacred disruption, a dismantling, a divine invitation. Have you ever looked at someone and felt like they knew you, even the parts you've never spoken aloud? They may not stay, they may not be yours in the storybook sense, but their presence is not an accident. It is a message. You are ready now to see yourself fully. The mirror shows you what is unfinished, what is sacred, what is yours to reclaim. And in that reflection, time bends. The soul remembers, and the ego begins to let go. Because love like this doesn't ask, how can we stay together? It asks, can we stay awake? Part 5. The Individuation. The return to wholeness. Jung did not promise happily ever after. He offered something far more honest. Individuation. The lifelong journey of becoming who you truly are. Every soul you love is a symbol. Every heartbreak a threshold. The point was never to be completed by another, but to be reflected so clearly that your illusions fall away. So you can walk, not toward them, but toward yourself. Individuation is not a straight line. It moves like myth, in spirals and cycles, through shadow and symbol, through love and letting go. And every time you follow the ache inward, you get closer to wholeness. You stop asking, will they love me if I'm real? And start living the answer, yes, I will. Have you ever felt a moment, after all the chaos, when you were finally okay being alone? Not lonely, just whole. The self is not an endpoint. It is a remembering, a becoming, an unshakable home that lives beneath the roles, the stories, the masks. And love, when it is real, doesn't take you away from yourself. It brings you back. The soul remembers. Maybe the pain wasn't punishment. Maybe it was memory, rising. Maybe the ones who came and went were never lost, only sent to open the doors you had long sealed shut. The self is not found in another. It is remembered, slowly, piece by piece, mirror by mirror, wound by wound. And those who awaken it even through heartbreak are not your enemies, they are messengers. So pause, just for a moment, who in your life came to awaken what you had forgotten. You are not here to perform. You are not here to please. You are here to become, and love, the real kind, is not what completes you. It is what reveals you. Thank you for looking.